remember the Morning Ramble? Do you remember the Morning Ramble? Do you remember the Morning Ramble?
That's what you listen out of.
Welcome.
Okay, Boomer.
Welcome to the Morning Ramble. I'm Matt.
I'm Eric, and I also feel exposed.
Yeah, we switched up the set a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know how you feel about this little change.
We got 4 other ones we're going to try out over the next 4 weeks.
Completely possible. I mean, I don't know exactly how I feel about this, but it does kind of feel a little more relaxed, doesn't it?
I'm relaxed, but then also I was wearing shorts earlier, and I went upstairs to put on pants so people didn't see my ankles.
People don't see your ankles. Okay. All right. So, I mean, we've got a couple of things to talk about today. Mm-hmm. It hasn't been a crazy strong news week.
No, so we got some fun stories.
This was Thanksgiving week. Thanksgiving was a couple days ago.
How was your Thanksgiving?
Eric, I was here. Also, let me just point this out.
Yeah.
So, how many people were here?
14.
There were 14 people here. There was one person drinking. It was me.
Yes.
I drank a whole bottle of wine.
Yes, you did.
By myself.
We actually bought 3 bottles of wine. Andrea, about halfway through, said, "No, oh, we forgot about the wine." I'm like, Matt didn't.
Yeah, Matt was already halfway through a bottle.
So.
And then my mom today was like, yeah, like, nobody brought wine. I was like, no, there was wine there. I was just quietly drinking it.
Yeah.
But anyway, what do we got today?
Well, let's talk about...
Or do you want me to start?
No, I could start. Partially because I didn't realize my phone's almost dead.
Oh,
All
good.
Right. Let's see what happens. All right, so let's talk about the phenomenon that is Baby Yoda.
Oh, he's so cute.
Have you seen The Mandalorian?
No, I haven't yet.
I need to watch the 4th episode that just came out this weekend. But yeah, this is probably the most... I don't even know where I was going with that word most. This is the best thing out of Star Wars since the original movies.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not liking the newer movies as much. You know, The
me
Force
neither.
Awakens was cool. The last one wasn't great. I didn't really care for Rogue One.
Yeah, neither did I. I did like the sarcastic robot.
Yeah.
I was a big fan of him.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond that, I wasn't so into it.
Yeah.
Actually, the extended scene with Darth Vader, as soon as Darth Vader came on the scene in that movie, it was awesome.
Yes.
And then it just went back to being
mediocre,
normal, boring movie.
Yeah, so this, if you haven't watched The Mandalorian, if you have Disney Plus, I suggest you watch it because basically they're releasing 1 episode a week. They're only, I think, between 28 to 35 minute long episodes. They're not long at all.
That's not bad.
And it's really just a small, it's like a small universe within the greater Star Wars world. And it focuses on, is it Boba Fett, which is a bounty hunter from the original movies, obviously. The Mandalorians, his race. And it focuses around this one Mandalorian, Carl Weathers, who played, help me out here. Not Lando.
Django?
No, he was in the original 3. The 4, 5, and 6. Lando, the pilot.
The pilot.
Not the pilot. Is it pilot? Yeah, the pilot. I'm right.
Which pilot are you talking about? Because Lando was the guy who was the leader of Cloud City.
Yeah,
Who played Lando? Okay.
Yes, Carl
right,
Weathers.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, so he plays another character in this. It's not the same person, obviously. So the Mandalorian takes place after the 6th movie. So it's right before The Force Awakens, I believe. So it kind of takes place in between 6 and 7. And really, we don't know too much other than the... I don't want to spoil anything, but obviously there is a baby Yoda in the show. Now, it's not actually Yoda, for people who are getting confused. It's just there is no name for it, and it's of the Yoda race.
Okay. So if it was Yoda, canonically, when Yoda died, he was like 900-something years old.
Yes.
So then this would have to take place that many years back.
Exactly. So obviously it's not Yoda, because Yoda's gone. But this is, I think this one's 50 years old, is what the Jon Favreau said. And George Lucas hasn't really given us much information about the Yoda race.
Of course not,
because there's a
George
mystery.
Lucas.
Because there's a mystery to it. So I'm hoping that maybe this show, maybe Jon Favreau and the writers there at Disney will maybe shed some light on it. You know, a lot of people like to say they like to leave it up to imagination or theories, but I like where they're going with it, and it's action packed. I give Disney credit. Like, just small spoiler, within the first 4 minutes, the main character cuts a guy in half with a door.
Excellent.
So I was like, this is Disney. Like, they didn't, obviously there wasn't any gore, but I was like, whoa.
All right, then.
So
that's pretty good.
So anyways, everyone's freaking about Baby Yoda.
Hey, can you put the clip of Obi-Wan cutting Anakin's limbs off right now?
Oh yeah, crawling up the.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's like my favorite part.
I love when Anakin dies.
No, it is such a good scene.
Oh no, everyone makes fun of the prequels. Obviously, we grew up with them, so to me, they're my favorites. Although I did rewatch The Phantom Menace, and I understand why people hate it.
It's not a good movie.
It's not good.
And The Clone Wars, not a very good movie. But the third one
was excellent.
Was actually a pretty good movie.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ewan McGregor and
there's also a ton of awesome memes about that movie, where it's like there's the one where it's Obi-Wan talking to Padme, and he's like, "I saw Anakin killing Yinglings." And it's just Anakin with a bunch of beers. it's fantastic.
I like the one where people just take that last clip. No, that was awful. So
it is fantastic.
Yeah.
Anyway, what about Baby Yoda?
Oh no, I just wanted to bring up Baby Yoda.
You just wanted to be able to put him in the thumbnail.
Pretty much after every yeah, that's exactly why I wanted people to click on it, and that's why we're talking about it first. So after every episode, people are just creating memes, and the most recent one is apparently Baby Yoda had soup. I didn't see this episode yet, and Baby Yoda's sipping on it, so everyone's creating sipping tea memes or whatever from it. So yeah,
this is fantastic.
And obviously, I'm sure we're going to see a flood of Disney Baby Yoda plushes.
I'm sure, and I want one.
And yeah, I want one too, and I don't even care.
If you get us a Baby Yoda plush, we'll put it on set
right here. Yep.
I mean, we might change the set the next week, but hey,
yeah.
This is only like the second time we've changed the set. By the way, this is our 50th episode.
This is our 50th episode.
How crazy is that?
I know. We got some special things. No, we don't have anything planned.
We've been doing this for a long time.
A little over a year.
Yeah, it's weird.
Lots of time. All right, let's keep moving.
Get your Morning Ramble mug here.
I would love to make some merch. I think people would buy it. And by people, I mean Tad and Cody.
I mean, I'd be willing.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of Morning Ramble shirts.
Yeah, we already spent money. We'll spend more.
This has been proven.
Yes. All right, 3 days. You know what's in 3 days, Matt? Come on. This is squeaky.
Yeah, that one is.
I will not rock.
Mine's smooth as butter.
3 days. Anyone know?
What is? I don't know.
Halo Reach.
Oh, Halo Reach.
So Halo Reach, for all our Halo fans, we're going to talk about Halo for a little bit because I don't think we've ever talked about Halo. And in case you don't know me, I love Halo. And I still play Halo to this day. And every time people say, oh, what do you play on Xbox? Do you play the new Call of Duty? You know what? No, I play Halo. I still play the four-year-old game, Halo 5. I still play it.
Yeah, Destiny is way worse than Halo. Fight me.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's going to fight me on that because it's just the fact.
And
I've played Destiny, and I'm playing Destiny 2 right now because it was free on Steam.
I just won't pay for it.
It was free on Steam.
Yeah, why not? So Halo Reach is coming out. It's going to be released on Windows, obviously, on PC. So everyone's pretty pumped about that. I'll just buy it's $10, I think, on PC, and for the edition if you already own the Master Chief Collection, which, you know, everyone does, I think. So I'm going to get that, and I think it's cross-platform as well. So maybe we'll play some Reach.
I'd be very happy to.
I've got
a lot of great memories playing Halo because I never owned Halo as a kid, but I'd go over to people's houses, specifically Cody Marsh.
Yes,
shout out to our boy. Who
I know
never
you're not
watches
watching
this podcast, but shout out.
Yeah,
when you upload this episode, can you tag Cody Marsh?
Yes, I'll tag him. I should just start doing that. Every time we name drop someone, we'll just tag people.
Yeah, we'll just tag them.
Even if they don't follow the thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
At LeBron James.
I mean, we did talk shit on LeBron the one day. Did. Like a lot of shit.
Yeah, fight me.
Don't fight me, LeBron. Don't hurt me.
Take you on in your Sprite. Does he still do Sprite commercials? I don't know. Anyway, this is weird. We're going really weird. Let's talk about Halo Reach. Anyway, Halo Reach, Noble Team. I'm pretty pumped. Maybe I'll do some streaming on it, and no one will watch it.
Here's Eric's link for his streaming.
I do have a link for streaming, and I sometimes broadcast, and no one watches it. And sometimes I'll pull it up on my phone to see if it registers, if someone's watching it. And as soon as I pull up on my phone, I'll be like, 1. It's like, yeah.
All right, I got a viewer.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any, like, I don't have all my camera and all my stuff is set up down here. And so upstairs in my living room, I don't have the ability to broadcast me playing video games. So if you want to look at my face while I play video games, you know.
I'm pretty sure your face when you play video games is just.
Mm-hmm.
You're like laser focused.
I'd be very boring because I don't get angry. And if I do, it's internal.
I mean, when we were playing Gears of War, which we never finished.
No, we got like 3/4 of the way through the campaign.
Yeah, and then we just never finished it. The latest Gears of War games. Or was it the...
No, it was 4. It wasn't 5's out now.
Yeah, it was 4. We were playing Gears 4 together. Mm-hmm. And we enjoyed the game. We just never got to finish it.
No. Adults. What are you going to do?
I mean, I don't have an Xbox. Although I did see that, I think it was Target had a deal for an Xbox One S plus 3 games for $150.
I'd say, yeah, I've seen some good ones, like $200.
So if you want to get on that 2 days ago, good luck.
Yeah, right. Well, speaking of Xboxes, so within a year in Halo, Halo Infinite's going to be coming out before the holiday season.
Of course.
Usually the first Tuesday in November.
And I believe that next year is PS5 and Scorpio launch.
They usually go at the same time, yeah.
I mean, they're going to be pretty close, so they're both coming out next year, and I'm interested.
They haven't even announced. I'm planning on already getting the new Xbox because even though they're going to release Infinite on Xbox One, I have the Halo 5 edition Xbox One, and I will buy the Halo Infinite edition Xbox, which whatever they'll call it. Right now it's Project Scarlet. I'm sure that's not going to stay.
Right.
Just like it's weird. I actually remember some of the project names for the past consoles. Like, do you know the project name for the Wii, the original Wii?
No.
It was called the Nintendo Revolution.
Oh yeah, and the project name for the code name for the GameCube was the Dolphin.
Dolphin. I didn't know that one, but I remember I was looking out for the Wii, and I was like, "Oh, Nintendo Revolution, that sounds awesome." And then they're like, "Wii," and I'm like, "No."
Okay, but let's go on a tangent here.
All right.
How good were the ads for the Wii?
I don't remember.
The 2 elderly Japanese men who showed up at your house with a Wii remote, and you open the door and they're just like, "We would like to play." And then they play Wii Sports with you in their living room. That's great.
Who doesn't want to play video games with old people?
I do. Hey, old people. Any of you old people who watch the Morning Ramble, which is not many, if you haven't played video games in a while, come on over to my house and we'll play some video games.
Yeah.
I've got a Wii.
I do not.
I don't have Wii Sports, though, so that kind of destroys it.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
I do have the Wind Waker, though.
Yeah. With Halo Infinite, the one thing that they're changing, though, is that they're going to release it on PC as well.
I'm way into that. I mean, it makes sense.
No, it does, because there's a lot of people who are in. I do have Steam on my computer. I did used to play PC games. Actually, I get emails all the time. It's like, your item on your Steam wish list is on sale, and I'm like, I haven't been on my Steam account in like 6 years. But
well, like PC games tend to get more support long term.
Yes.
So, like, especially with mods, my goodness, the amount of mods that you could do, like with Skyrim or something. Mm-hmm. Like, I modded that game so that the dragons were Thomas the Tank Engine. It was great.
That's pretty awesome.
Thomas the Tank Engine is flying through the sky, shooting fire at you, and it's amazing.
Yeah. And then You don't play Halo 5, right? Like you've never have? Or...
I have played through the game, yes.
Okay. Well, the one big thing with Halo 5, because everyone has it. If you ever talk or go into Halo groups online, people are very passionate about their opinions. I love Halo. No, Halo 5 campaign is awful. It's not good compared to the past ones. Halo 4, in my opinion, is the worst Halo ever. But the one thing with Halo 5 that's great is their multiplayer. I think the Halo 5 multiplayer, I think, is almost like the most perfected version of multiplayer for Halo out of all the past games. Here's the one problem. They got rid of split screen for the game, and that was the biggest complaint. True. And that's what's coming back with Infinite. Also, excellent. I know they're changing the graphics of Infinite back to the original style of Halo, like the look of Master Chief and everything. So I'm really interested to see how it's going to look.
So it's going to be more chunky and less streamlined.
Pretty much.
I like chunky.
But I'm interested to see what they're going to do, though, because obviously they're not going to just make it look like blocks. Like, we're not going to be like Minecraft. Why not?
I don't know, man. Last week we talked about the Tesla trucks, so maybe that's just our aesthetic now.
Yeah.
It very well could be.
Everyone's going back. Everything's going backwards. All right, so that's Halo.
I was informed that mullets are somewhat coming back into style in the country scene. That makes no sense to me.
No, it's awful.
Yeah.
Shave your head. Quick football news.
Okay.
So 2 weeks ago, we talked about the Mason Rudolph and Miles Garrett situation. We broke that down, the helmet hitting and all that stuff. And since then, pretty much online and at football games, there was one game in between. The Steelers and Browns fans have been going crazy. So I think, what was it, last week at a Browns game, they were playing against Miami, they created a Mason Rudolph piñata, and Browns fans tailgating were grabbing, they had a Steelers helmet, and they were taking turns blindfoldedly trying to hit the piñata.
What?
Yes. If I can find the video, I'll post it here. But they were trying to blindly hit the thing, and everyone's like, oh, you're real classy, you know? So... and then, what was it? Freddie Kitchens, the head coach of Cleveland, just shared this photo. This is a T-shirt that you can buy. It says Pittsburgh started it. And then I couldn't find the picture before we recorded this, but there was another one I saw. Pouncey ended it because Pouncey was the guy who was like curb stomping Myles Garrett on the ground. Both of them will not be in the game. Also, today. Mason Rudolph was benched, and Devlin Hodges, our third string, has been announced the starter because last week Rudolph was not doing good against the Bengals. So Rudolph's not even playing, Garrett's not even playing, but as you can tell, there's some tension.
I'd imagine.
They're longtime rivals, and this is going to be a brutal game. So if you're interested, 1 o'clock today, it's going to be fun. Football. Sports. Go ahead, Matt. What do you got?
Now let's move on to true crime.
Myles Garrett hitting Mason Rudolph. All right, go ahead.
This one's from ABC News, and the headline grabbed me. The headline is, "Man's body found in elderly woman's freezer could have been there for 11 years." So I'm just going to read through 11 a little bit of this. 11. So, okay. A body of a man found in a freezer in a dead woman's home in Utah may have been there for as long as 11 years. The grisly discovery happened last week when police were doing a routine welfare check on a 75-year-old woman named Jeanette Soren Mathers that could not have been seen for 2 weeks. When police gained access to her home, I'm assuming by breaking down the door, they found her dead on her bed. She's dead.
Wait, now, why did they go to her home? Sorry,
because neighbors had been like, hey, we haven't seen her in a while.
Okay, so she's just missing. Okay, gotcha.
So, officers began processing the scene of the woman's death, but when they looked into a deep freezer, which is a chest freezer.
I hope everyone would know that.
I don't know how many people own chest freezers.
Yeah.
I know Tad does, because he's just the kind of guy who would own a chest freezer.
If he doesn't, we're going to look foolish now.
You think he's going to comment on the video, yes or no?
Yeah, he better.
So they look into the chest freezer, and they find an adult male deceased inside their freezer. Foul play is suspected. Both bodies were taken to the medical examiner's office for autopsy. There was no visible trauma on the female, said Hansen. We are still waiting on the medical examiner's report in the autopsy to be done on the male. That way we can find out if any trauma happened, figure out how he died. They identified the man to be her husband, Paul Edward Mathers, but during the course of their initial investigation, they received multiple varying reports from neighbors about when he was last seen. That's kind of our problem right now, said Hansen. The detectives talked to several other people at the apartment complex they lived in the different apartments, and they did recall seeing a male in the apartment, but every time they asked, the time frame was different. So they don't know how long he's been there.
So they don't know how long he's been dead?
Yeah, they have no idea.
Why can't they figure that out? I don't even understand.
I'm sure they'll be able to figure something out.
Yeah.
But we're just waiting on that.
Okay.
If we have an update for that next week,
no one reported him missing. Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they saw the old woman and they were just like, he's probably inside.
Maybe she, put her hair up and, put on his clothes randomly and walked around a couple times so people saw him.
Oh, that's some psycho
No, that would
shit.
be messed up. Now, watch that come true. I don't even know what the story is.
That's what I want. That's
Yeah.
what I want now.
Yeah.
I want that to happen.
Yeah.
But anyway,
But, they don't have any family that would ask about him?
I guess not.
That's weird.
I mean, she has a hyphenated name. And if they have a hyphenated name, they're 20% more likely to kill you.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to... Now, since you brought hyphenated names. So, for my job, I do, demographic work. People updating names, obviously, marriage,
Okay. All right.
addresses, system merges, whatever. And every time I see a hyphenated name, I just get super annoyed. Would you just pick a name?
Yeah.
We get it. You want to be an independent woman... And you're strong.
Yeah,
but
I'm fine with hyphenated names in general. It's just passing them on to children that confuses me.
No, I would be annoyed with that.
Because that's a lot of name.
If you want to get married and you want to keep your name and your husband's fine with it and you guys have no beef with it, then just keep your name. Yeah. If not,
or guys, take your wife's name.
No.
Who cares? No. I know a friend who did that.
Do you?
Yeah.
I would only do that. I think me and Andrew had a discussion. I would only do that if her name was so much cooler than mine. It would have to be something like. I had an example. Hold on.
Yeah, my new name is Eric William Radical.
Rad. No, I would never do that. But yeah, just hyphenated names bug me. I don't know why.
Yeah, I might change my name when I get married.
Yeah.
I just don't care about names.
It's a pain to change your name.
Yeah, so I don't know. We might just keep our own names or whatever. Mm-hmm. I don't care.
The whole point is, the reason why I don't like hyphenated names is for billing. It's really annoying. Do I put a dash? Do I not put a dash? Do I just put a space?
Well, it's like fitting it on
what
a
if
license
it doesn't,
and
if
stuff.
If it doesn't all fit, do we put the first name as the middle name and then put the middle initial for your middle name at the end of your first name, and then it will all look like... It's really annoying to me. Just pick a name. Just pick a name.
Just pick a name.
Pick a name.
Or I have to deal with it. I hate looking at that hyphen key on the keyboard, man.
I know. But anyway, guy dead in the freezer.
Yeah, I mean
that reminds me of a Dexter episode. You ever see Dexter?
Yeah,
Do you know which one I'm talking about?
There's a lot. I mean, are you talking about the ice truck killer and stuff?
No. So in season 6, which is actually
it's
one of the best seasons after 1 and 2 and 4. There was it's Tom Hanks' son, Colin. He plays a guy who him and this older guy are they're killing people, and they're leaving clues from the Book of Revelation and stuff, the Four Horsemen. And you're throughout the whole season, you're just thinking there's these two guys, and at the last episode, spoiler alert, the old guy's dead in a freezer, and he's been hallucinating him the whole entire time. Because you think that Colin Hanks' character is this passive, I don't really want to do it, but really it's just him talking to himself the whole time, and this guy's been in a freezer.
So it's like a Psycho situation.
Yes.
We're bringing up Psycho a lot this episode.
We are. Speaking of Psycho, people who think hot dogs are sandwiches. I'm done.
Have you guys seen Psycho? If not, you should watch it. Also, if you want to watch The Bates Motel, that's actually a pretty good show.
I've never seen it.
It's actually pretty good. It's not bad. Dexter is also a pretty good show. I read the books, except for the last one, because they went downhill quick.
I liked them all. I did. I don't care. The show.
Okay, I was about to say, like, you don't like reading, so...
Oh, I read all the books in depth. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I don't read.
I mean, Cody turned me on to the books, and I was like, oh, yeah, these books are good. And then the last two, apparently, are the worst ones.
Yeah.
And I read the second to last one, and I just could not bring myself to read the last one.
Yeah.
I was just like, this sucks.
I hate reading. Literally, I have an article in front of me for the next thing we're going to talk about, and I'm dreading reading it.
Okay.
All right, let's bring this down slower. We got to bring it down. We're going to talk about the 2020 census. I'm literally only bringing this up because we don't talk about politics enough, I feel, in these last couple weeks.
I mean, you're right.
No, the 2020 census is very important. We talked about it a couple months ago about that whole citizenship question. So if you don't know what's happening, starting April 1st, the Census Bureau plans to send a letter or a door-to-door knocker onto every U.S. household as a once-in-a-decade tradition. So it's a part of the Constitution. It's very important. If you don't think it's important, let me convince you. I purposely no
silence.
Well, no, because basically we need to figure out the population for every state, and this is how we figure out your representation in Congress, how your representation not only in Congress but also money. So there's over $880 billion that the federal government is going to be distributing to public schools, and that's literally what they base it off of. So people who don't take it seriously, you're just gypping yourself and your community. So I think I saw in the news there's a couple states every year. I don't know, is it Florida or Alabama? There was one part of the state that every year they're like, just by a hairline they pass to get the funding that they need for the population, and like it's always so close. So it's they always are very strict on making sure everyone does it because
right.
Could be a big difference. So fill out your family.
Yeah, fill out your census papers. When that guy comes knocking on your door, he may be a census person. He also may be a Jehovah's Witness, so maybe don't answer it. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life.
Yeah, I am. Also, if you're looking for a part-time job, I've been getting things in the mail. Hey, do you want to be a census taker? And I'm like,
I didn't get any of that.
No?
No.
I guess they don't want you.
Man. Also, if you want to know more about the census, John Oliver did a piece on it.
That was actually the next thing I was going to say. That's another reason why.
It's actually pretty in-depth, and it's pretty educational and persuasive.
Speaking of John Oliver, again, the guy, I don't agree with almost 90% of his views. I watch him, though, every week.
He's a national treasure.
I never miss an episode. I appreciate his comedy. I like his writers. I find him funny. He's one of the few late night hosts that I actually find funny anymore. Like, I used to love Stephen Colbert, and now I'll randomly turn him on to see how he's doing. I'm less into Colbert. And it's so bland and the same thing over and over again.
I think that late night shows are kind of becoming samey.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have been saying this on the internet, actually. They're just becoming boring.
Yeah.
So a lot more people are getting their news sources from things that break the mold a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like your John Olivers. He doesn't sit there and do a monologue in the beginning of the episode.
He does a couple quick stories. He does like a 25-minute thing on one topic.
A deep dive, which is...
I like that. A lot of people like that stuff now. That's why podcasts are so popular, and that's why we're so popular.
Absolutely.
And I can say that with a straight face.
I don't know how.
No, but John. The one reason I like John Oliver too is because it's like, okay, so if you don't watch him, he just recently, not last week's episode, but the week prior, he was from a year ago. He did a story about one of the biggest coal industries, one of the biggest coal companies in America, and I forget his name, Bob something I think it is, but he was talking bad about him. And the guy sued him, John Oliver, and he hasn't been able to talk about it for a year. And finally they settled. And so he did a story about slap lawsuits, which is what that was. Just
right.
pretty much, I mean, it's HBO, so it's not like John Oliver's going to run out of money. So then he did a 4-minute song and music video.
It was so good.
Just bashing him again.
Yeah.
And that's funny.
There
that's
hasn't
hilarious.
been a response from him yet.
No, not even one. And if he was smart, he would not do it because John Oliver will not let up. But anyway, I like John Oliver. I watch him. I think he's on break until February or January now.
I mean, this is kind of the thing that we've talked about this a couple times in different podcasts, but like getting news from different points of views and getting this kind of it's kind of important to build your character a little bit.
Yeah,
and you might find that you actually enjoy this stuff because it's like I don't enjoy some other people's points of views, but I can respect them as entertainers.
Yeah, there's very few people that I disagree with that I just get so annoyed that I get filled with anger. There actually is one, though. There is one guy that actually drives me nuts. He's not very popular. I don't even want to say his name. I don't want to name drop him. Don't want to give him recognition.
Now I'm curious.
I'm curious if you know who it is. So there's a guy, he's on YouTube. I think he has a West Coast radio station as well. Sam Cedar.
Never heard of him.
Okay, he's not that popular. His average views are like 62,000 a video, so about where we are. And I could say that with a straight face. Anyway, he's very, very left, very Democrat, and he has another guy on there that does a little bit of talking, and they just, they make my blood boil. I don't like they're just so they have points of views, and they're so stuck up about it. They have that tone of just like, yeah, of course, everyone else is stupid, and I'm right. Like, you're an idiot if you disagree with me. Like, they have that kind of tone to them, right. And I can't stand that. So
I'm okay when people are like, all right, here are my views and yours.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't share my views at like work or anywhere else because I'm just not into that idea.
Yeah.
But I also don't like it when people just talk trash on somebody based on like who they are as a person or what their ideals are.
Yeah.
That does rub me the wrong way, but I'll never speak up about it because I'm not confrontational.
I can be. I used to.
I mean, I used to be a very confrontational person.
Yeah.
Like, fine, you don't want me to preach in your place? I'll make my own.
No, let's not talk about that.
Eric and I have been friends for a long time.
Yeah. It's like 11 years old. We're old.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't even watch cable news. Like, I think, what was it? Andrea said something about a story. She's like, did you hear about that? I'm like, oh yeah, PewDiePie mentioned something. Like,
we are getting our news from strange sources.
Yeah.
I'll sometimes go on like the news tab online.
Yeah.
Like, look at the top stories, see what's going on.
Yeah, like I'll look on I don't tweet, but I just look on Twitter to see what people are passionate about. That's pointless.
But we tweet at the Morning Ramble.
I've stopped. No one follows. Like this, I'm done. No one we know even uses Twitter because it's stupid.
I mean, you're right.
Yeah. So we'll just keep a Facebook and YouTube. That's fine.
Yeah, we've started an Instagram where we just share dog pics, and we don't have dogs, so we just got to steal them from other people.
Can we do that? We'll just start.
I mean, we can. That's no problem.
Let's start an Instagram.
Probably the easiest venture we've ever done.
Let's do an Instagram, like the Morning Ramble's pet guinea pig, and we'll just get different pictures of the same guinea pig that we don't have.
Like somebody messages us like,
why do you have a picture of my guinea pig?
Why are you stealing pictures of my guinea pig? Like, everyone I post, you
like,
post.
what is the point of this? Are you making money? Like, why are you doing
what's
this?
the goal? Like, 2 people follow the page, and it's you guys. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, and his name's not Roscoe. Like,
yeah, but it should be.
It should be. Why are we talking about this?
I don't know.
I don't have anything else.
I feel like we really came back to our roots at this podcast.
This is the Ramble. We got too organized. Too many people were watching. Too many people were interested.
Yeah, so now we have to burn it all down.
We're burning it to the ground. Just that scene from The Dark Knight where the Joker lights all that money on fire. That's us.
Yes, that's us.
Yes, that's how cool we are.
Except the stack of money is non-existent.
Viewers that we don't have, that we're burning.
Yeah. Tune in next week for when we burn Cody Purcell alive.
Gosh. Now I gotta tag him.
Anyway.
Wait. Candidate Watch. December 19th is the 6th debate hosted by, I think it's by C-SPAN and PBS. And the announcers were announced, and I don't have the names in front of me.
And we're totally going to watch it.
Michael Bloomberg. I don't even know if he's in it.
Yeah, we're going to watch the debate.
Tom Steyer, 2020. Bored. I'm just going to throw names on. People are like, who's that? Like,
Alec Trebek.
Alec Trebek, 2020. Baby Yoda, 2020. That's what we really want.
It is what we really want.
Yeah. All right. This has been the Morning Ramble.
I remember when we did the Morning Ramble.
This is our new show.
Yeah, back in the day, we're just rebranding. We just call it the Ramble now.
The Ramble. Now we have to come up with something better.
The Geriatric Ramble.
The Geriatric Ramble.
All right, let's stop.